enough to be in the right place at the right time for somebody not to break up a pinfall. 2.
Soon we gonna talk about this week's WWE Evolve that is on Tubi. Much and much more to go over the description and go over the rating of the show. Let's check out more about it at the Red Carpet Ring.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Ring. We'll talk about WWE Evolve 2025 Week 7 recap. We'll go over the weekly review of the show Evolve that's on Wednesday nights on Tubi. We'll go over the match card and then we'll go over the actual matches. Then I'll go over my review of the show, what I think about it. Now, first off, the main event that will be advertised will be a fatal 4-way match as advertised. You have Kendal Gray in the top left, Callie Armstrong on the top right. Then you have Chantel, Monroe, and Brinley Reece. So all 4 of those women are going to battle it out. Next, we also have a 6-man tag. We have Gallus, the team of Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, Wolfgang, against Jack Cartwheel, Jordan Oasis, and Cappuccino Jones. So that is, I believe, the only male tag team match of the night. 6-man tag, I should say. Then also, we also have one-on-one Oro Mensah versus Javier Bernal. So these two are going to square off. So I see that they're getting these men more screen time here. We'll see how that match went as well. But I will say with Evolve, they're exactly doing that. They're exactly evolving each and every single week for that matter. But, you know, let's first go on to what happened on the show. Now, before the main event, we had here also as well, we had Chuy Martinez. He talked to each of the 4 women that will be in the main event. He first talked to Kendal Gray. We heard her background. She is an amateur wrestler and state champion. So she really is an amateur wrestler, wrestled in real life outside of WWE. Then he also later talked to Chantel Monroe. Chantel Monroe was not a big wrestling fan growing up. She ended up becoming a wrestler because she's an NIL. She's an athlete, but that's how she got into WWE. Then later on, he talked to Callie Armstrong. They're actually one of the premier talents on the show. She has a track and field background, and she says all the time, "I'm different." So he spoke to her. And then he also later, at the end, spoke to Brinley Reece. Now, Brinley Reece, out of all 4 women, is the only most experienced because she was on NXT in the past and NXT Level Up. And she's more of the powerhouse, and she's the fitness guru, so to speak. So, but let's get on to one of the matches that I think I didn't mention. Trill London. This is the first match we've seen him since he went one-on-one against Keanu Carver. Now, he had a match one-on-one. He went against, I believe, Harlem Jones. Now, back here in the VIP section, we had, again, Ice Williams. He's like very popular in the VIP section here on Evolve. Always see him in the VIP section. I don't see him wrestle much. He's more in the VIP section. Other than that, like I said before, he faced off against Harlem Lewis. I'm sorry, not Harlem Lewis. He went against, I think I said Harlem Jones. Meant to say Harlem Lewis. You know, he went one-on-one against him. Harlem Lewis, he's been looking good in the past few weeks. I think this is 2nd or 3rd match here on Evolve. But anyway, Harlem and Trill, they went at it. Good offense from both men. They both went back and forth. But it ended up being Harlem Lewis that would get the win over Trill London. He's standing tall. He's one of the guys that like to run his mouth. And he looked very dominant in this win against Trill London. So I'm trying to see what the next challenge is going to be. And like I said, he likes to speak how great he is. He's a trash talker. He talked afterwards. If you didn't know, he is the ex-boyfriend of NXT star Cora Jade. And I believe he's rumored to be dating Thea Hale now. In case you guys didn't know that, if I didn't mention that before, I'll mention it now. But other than that was the end of that match. The next match on the card would be 6-man tag. You had Jordan, Cappuccino, and Jack Cartwheel. All 3 of these men work very well together. Seem like they got a very good thing going. Mostly Cartwheel and Cappuccino work together. I think this is their first match with I want to say Jordan. Now, they also was going against the more experienced Gallus. Gallus is one of the talents that's been on TV before, NXT, NXT UK. So they have a lot of experience, and they showed it in this match. They definitely have the very good chemistry. These guys worked together for years. They worked well off. They show it. It's Gallus, we have to remember, was the NXT Tag Team Champions. But these guys definitely dominate this whole match for the most part. Wasn't too much to say about this match. You had the high flight of Cappuccino and Jack Cartwheel, but like I said, there was no match for Gallus. And I believe it was Joe Coffey got the pinfall for his team to get to victory. So the victory goes to Gallus. Very well done. But I feel like they need a real challenge, though. I don't know. They need a real challenge because they just run through everybody. Well, next match on the card, let's see. We had Oro Mensah. He came out. We know Oro Mensah. I believe he's undefeated here on Evolve. I know he defeated Riley Osborne and I think one more person. But he definitely been looking decent the past couple matches. Oro Mensah, again, he's from Metal 4, was on NXT before. He's only been wrestling, I think he been WWE, I want to say, going on 3 years. But like I said, Oro Mensah, definitely a good talent. Now, he went one-on-one against another NXT level up guy, which is Javier Bernal. Now, Javier has been on the losing side. He been losing. He lost against Lucha, and he lost his last match as well. So he really needs his win. He really needs it real bad. Hopefully he get it against Oro Mensah. But like I said, both of these guys had a good match. I like how they both had offense. Good flying styles. These styles did collaborate. They clashed, and it worked well. Very good chemistry. Kept up the pace. Seemed a little slow at first, but it picked up much, much later. And Oro Mensah will get the victory over Javier. So maybe next time, Javier. Now, we also have here the main event, which is the four-way match of Callie, Kendal, Chantel, and Brinley Reece. So this was a very, very good match of these four women. I mean, we got a little bit of every particular style all combined against one another. I mean, Callie with the dominance, Brinley with the strength. We had Chantel moving around, being very agile. Then, of course, we had Kendal Gray, also got the wrestling background. But it was a very good, very, very good work that these women put together in this matchup here.
Lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time for somebody not to break up a pinfall, too.
Now, another turning point in the match, I would say, we had Brinley Reece like she was going to get the win. She did a heel move where she put her foot on the rope, and the referee caught that, and it made her take her foot off the rope. Brinley Reece tried to play dumb like she didn't know what the ref saw, like she didn't know her foot was there. But at the end of the day, it was Callie Armstrong coming with the Callie connection, where she go through the ropes and she hits you with the shoulder tackle, I should say. She very good to win. I'm not surprised Callie won. Like I said, she's the premier talent of Evolve. Definitely a future star a bright star in the future. Stevie Turner, general manager, came out to congratulate her. Callie Armstrong, I would say, that showed on NXT. I mentioned that in my review. She was on that show. She definitely is the future and could be one of the bigger stars coming up. So keep an eye on Callie Armstrong. But these are the results of WWE Evolve, we had exactly 4 matches. We had 1 tag match, 2 one-on-one matches, and we had a 4-way match. The first 4-way match we've seen on Evolve. But Evolve is getting better. Some matches, some people still need some work. I will admit that, because I know people are going to say what they're going to say about the show. But other than that, Evolve, they continue to showcase different people every week. It's not the same exact people every week, and they continue to try to get better. Now, I would say, as a whole, as a rating, I would give the show a good 4 out of 5. Good 4 out of 5. A couple things I didn't like. Gallus, like I said before, they need a real challenge, because if not, they should be working their way back to NXT, because this would be a little bit beneath them because they have the experience and they know how to work well. And the women's main event was great. I think that was a good way to end the show. I do like also the VIP section, and I do like the interactions after each match of all the participants who won the match being interviewed by Chewy Martinez. And, of course, the funny commentary by Rosenberg and Robert Stone. But other than that, though, that's really all I have for WWE EVOLVE 2025 Week 7 recap. Looking forward to seeing more talents on there. Maybe we could see people we haven't seen in weeks. I would like to see Zeta Steele. I would like to see Mason and others. But you guys let me know what you think. Check out the content here at Red Carpet Ring. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUT.